Look, I understand it seems crazy, but people are going to look back on this and think that you are the dumbest man to ever walk the earth. Yeah, I resign, bro. Hey, we didn't need Anthony Davis. Good luck, man. Ask me, fellas. This is the one. All right, so who'd we get? We just got Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round pick. Oh my gosh, that's a haul. Yeah, how many picks did we trade? Here's the thing. We didn't trade any picks. You just pulled off the trade of the century, dude. Yeah, but what players did you give up? Maxi Kleba, Markieff Morris. Oh my gosh, we got a fleece. And Luka. You said what? You traded who? I know it sounds bad, but we had to get Anthony Davis.
Found out I wasn't on the stage the entire time. All right, so we got LeBron James celebrate as Anthony Davis heads to the Dallas Mavericks in a shocking trade for Luka Doncic, the X Factor.
Max fans, your boy AD here.
What's up, it's Max
With
Christie.
Max.
Yes, sir.
Man, we're excited to be a part of the organization, be a part of the team. We're going to do something special with y'all, man.
We'll win a lot of games.
A lot of games. We're excited and we can't wait to get on the floor and support the team and do what we do best.
Yes, sir. Go Mavs.
Go Mavs. Max fans, your boy AD here.
What's up, it's Max
With
Christie.
Max.
Yes, sir.
Man, we're excited to be a part of the organization, be a part of the team. We're going to do something special with y'all, man.
We'll win a lot of games.
A lot of games. We're excited and we can't wait to get on the floor and support the team and do what we do best.
Yes, sir. Go Mavs.
Go Mavs. Max fans, your boy AD here.
What's up, it's Max
With
Christie.
Max.
Yes, sir.
Man, we're excited to be a part of
from the NBA. We are abuzz. It was Luka for AD over the weekend. This is Luka arriving in Los Angeles. Yesterday, we had Charles Barkley here. I asked him about Luka's fit alongside LeBron James. This is what Charles said.
I don't think Luka and LeBron can play together. That's my personal opinion. Because neither one of them can play without the ball. That's going to be very fascinating. So we're looking at them down the line. I think they brought LeBron in to be a mentor for Luka. Like Mike just said it, LeBron's body is incredible. He's one of the greatest players ever, but from condition, I think they're hoping that rubs off on Luka. But I don't think they're going to have great success together.
Okay, fascinating. Monica is here. Wendy is there. We'll have Perk a little bit later. You just heard, well, there's so much of that to react to. Mm-hmm. He just said LeBron and Luka don't play together. You agree?
I understand, but I do not agree. I think when you look at this current iteration of LeBron James, you got to acknowledge that he's 40 and he's in the latter part of his career. His usage has been plus 30 over most of his career, except for the last 2 seasons. So I think prime LeBron, I would agree with Charles Barkley. But I think at this point in his career, the issue is not so much about these two incredible basketball minds. And the issue to me is more about what is around them in terms of the sustainability.
And Monica firing off, ain't she? She letting it go.
Hey, yo! And the opportunity of success for this team. But I do think that these guys will figure it out. You really mean to tell me that LeBron James wouldn't want to play with a guy whose gravitational pull on the floor draws multiple defenders so that he could just either catch and shoot, operate off of cut, like a guy that has the same sort of basketball like you as him in terms of finding open teammates? I think that this can work in terms of the two of them. It's the pieces around.
Winman, you are my LeBron whisperer. So one of the other things that Charles said, and I didn't seize on it as much.
A LeBron whisperer. That's funny.
When he said it yesterday, as I did, just listening back to it now. LeBron is there to mentor Luka Doncic. Well, I just watched the Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, that must gonna go to every meal with him.
Rodgers documentary not long ago, Enigma. And it took us back to the time when Brett Favre said, my job isn't to get Aaron Rodgers ready to play. So I'm not comparing LeBron James to Brett Favre, but he's a 40-year-old superstar who might have one last crack at this thing. Does he want to spend the last year or two of his career mentoring a young player whose greatness ideally then comes after he's done?
First off, I don't think Luka Doncic is very much into mentors. I think a lot of people have tried to mentor him, and I think he's done his own thing. The second thing is, how do you mentor a 25-year-old superstar who's a 5-time first-team All-NBA player? That's not a guy you mentor. I think, LeBron will set an example, but I don't think that's what the role is going to be here. I think LeBron just wants to get the most out of what he's got left, and I think, this is going to ceiling raise for the Lakers. I think, I don't want to speculate.
Food for thought. I want to know your opinion. Do you think LeBron played a major part in this trade? But here's the plot twist. Trying to push to go to the championship this season and get Bronny James a ring? Yeah, he might not be in the league that long. So therefore, LeBron may be trying to maximize his credibility by getting Luka Doncic over there, getting another championship to solidify himself in the Hall of Fame greats. Food for thought. I want to know your opinion. Do you think he's doing it to get Bronny on and get him a ring?
How LeBron exactly feels. He's going to speak in the next day or two. We'll see. But what I would expect to hear from him is that he is sad to see Anthony Davis go, but is excited about this. And you add a player who's an MVP candidate, this raises the Lakers' ceiling. I don't know about this season. Their roster is a little out of balance. They're actually not in bad shape at all. They're tied in the loss column for the 4th seed, Greeny. Like that, they've won 8 of their last 10. They're in a good position. I don't know if they can get something done by Thursday to help them this year. I think the Lakers could be in a really good position come next fall.
Yeah, I'm gonna close some of these tabs just in case. I got a few tabs that might be causing it to run a little slow. Bear with me. I appreciate your grace.
I would expect LeBron to be excited about that too. So, I'm not worried about, what can the Lakers get out of LeBron? What can the Lakers make for this season? I'm excited about what the Lakers are going to go for the next 5 to 7 years with Luka as their centerpiece, and we'll see how LeBron fits in. This is all about Luka. This isn't really about LeBron anymore. So I think I'm open-ended to this.
Lakers fans and supporters, because I call you supporters because fans doesn't capture the true essence of what we are. We're not only watching basketball, we're living it. Our spirit runs through the team in order to give them that extra boost they need to go out there and have a challenging battle.
I don't think we should make assumptions about how it's going to go, but I also think that LeBron and Luka will be open to this.
Well, so again, I feel like what you're saying is making my point for me, which is Just everything everything is about Luka, which I get. If I'm the Lakers, their future is Luka Doncic and JJ Redick. That's going to be the cornerstones of their franchise, the cornerstones of their franchise going forward, and that makes all the sense in the world to me. If I'm LeBron, I'm thinking, where do I fit into that? Because I don't have 5 to 7 years left.
Well, I'm going to say something that should be pointed out.
Go.
LeBron and Luka are not set contractually. Luka has 1 year left on his contract, and we all assumed that Luka was going to re-sign in Dallas. It's never once been brought up in my life about Luka's contract. But now he's traded to the Lakers. He has 1 year left, and they don't get the Supermax privilege. They can't give him that $350 million. They can offer him $100 million less. So I would say to you, it's not a guarantee for sure that Luka's going to rip off a 5-year deal in July. He may want to see how things play out. He may take a shorter deal because he no longer.
Did the Dallas Mavericks fleece Luka Doncic? Did they get rid of him and get him on the backside by getting him out of additional money?
Gonna learn today.
Let's get back to it.
No longer has the financial incentive to do it. So the Lakers have to do some work over the next few months to convince him he wants to get locked in. Additionally, LeBron has an option in his contract for next season. Now, I have no belief that LeBron wants anything more than just to be a Laker. But LeBron's contract status is not settled. So let's see how everything goes. I know that everybody wants to know exactly how it's going to go in this next 5 seconds, but we have to just watch and see how it all plays out. But I think Luka and LeBron will be excited about the prospect.
They're going to pay LeBron. Y'all already know that.
Have you heard about the people who are investing?
She pulling up on you, boy. I be like, hey, yo, calm down, little mama. Ain't nobody worry about what you talking about.
Very quick final word.
Wendy?
Quick final word.
I mean, if for some reason Luka were not to do a deal that kept him in Los Angeles, oh my God, that's I can't even fathom.
Right. No, that's the point. So if one of them, if you're the Lakers, you need to make Luka want to stay.
100%.
And that needs to be your future concern. And once again, if I'm LeBron James, I'm not used to other people worrying about anyone more than they worry about me. Let's see where we go. Coming up with the NBA.
I'm not gonna lie. If he left the Mavs, y'all know he could lead the Lakers. What was holding him to a team was the fact that he came in with a great Dirk Nowitzki. And then he was able to carry a legacy, a torch that has been burning since the 1980s from Mark Aguirre and Rolando Blackman and all the other Mavs greats.
Gonna learn today.
Opened up another whole window, man. I be getting animated.
And that's facts.
NBA trade deadline quickly approaching. Steph Curry all of a sudden is in the middle of all of this. Could he be getting some major help? The Windman will sign in on that.
Oh, yeah, before we get into that, have y'all heard about what's going on? It's some rumors. Matter of fact, it's some rumors that LeBron might be headed to Golden State. What will he do? How will the team dynamics look? Just imagine Steph Curry, LeBron James, Draymond Green, a force to be reckoned with.
I beg your pardon?
As only he can. Windman, take us through. We're 2 days from the trade deadline. Let's start with the Lakers and work our way from there. Are they done dealing?
No way. They don't have a starting quality center, Greeny, and so I would expect the Lakers by Thursday to have acquired another center. Now, is it going to be their center of the future?
Well, y'all lucky today. I got some hot tea for you. Apparently, another rumor.
Gonna learn today.
Stop acting like you know the way ahead. Like
Another rumor is that Miles Turner might be headed to the Lakers. And if it happens, you heard it here first.
and that's facts.
Let me add one of those. You know, people be pocket watching. Matter of fact, if this is your first time in the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Because this is the one-stop shop for all things Dallas Mavericks, where fandom meets legacy, and where we all bleed Mavs blue. Make sure you share the video, too. People be out here ninja watching.
And that's facts.
Gonna learn today.
They'll try, but I think it could also be a stopgap. They're in good playoff position right now. They can improve this roster and improve this, but you need a center, number one, to defend the rim. Secondly, Luka thrived the last couple of years with the centers in Dallas, so they got to address that. So keep an eye for the Lakers to do at least one more move, maybe even two. Now, the big thing that we're watching right now is Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is the fascinating thing in this trade deadline, and while all this stuff has happened, he's still out there on the market.
Mavs fans, don't be upset, because I know this is the Mavs spear, but with the current trajectory of the team, I'm about to be bringing y'all all this good tea. It don't matter who. If it's interesting, I'm gonna bring it to you.
Market. He is trying so hard, Greeny, to force his way to the Suns. He has had several other opportunities where he could have gone, including the Warriors, who were willing to give him a contract extension. He said, no, send me to Phoenix. So I would just say this. If they can pull off a deal, then that's great. If not, and they get to Thursday, the Heat are going to try to do something. They could revisit the Warriors situation. And
They better be careful. He'll go emo. You know, emo Jimmy is a real thing. All right, we're going to tap into the next video. But before we get into it, do you feel that fire, Mavs fans? It's time to ignite the passion for basketball right here in Dallas. Every morning, like I say, we're not just watching the game, we're living it.
And that's facts.
And I also stick around to the end of the video because I will be doing a deep dive into Anthony Davis and what he brings to the table and some things that I guess he's going to take away from the table, what to expect, how it will work with Kyrie, and some defensive coverage that we can start running since we haven't had a legitimate two-way big man. So let me pull up the next video. Matter of fact, let's vibe out real quick. Let me switch up the music.
You're gonna learn today.
Let me mix it real quick.
If you would just get up and take them instead of handing them a freaking packet, yo. There's kids in here who don't learn like that. They need to learn faith.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Oh my God!
Well, we engineered a fast, reliable Xfinity internet.
Boy, I hate them ads that be like 10 minutes long. I be like, bro, I got stuff to do.
of the trade announcement game a couple of hours ago at Madison Square Garden, where they had a win to win their 8th out of 10 games. LeBron was great. Rich Paul, the agent for LeBron.
I knew there was real strong frustration with Luka Doncic within the Mavericks organization. I did not see trading a perennial MVP candidate who has yet to hit his.
Give us the tea. Don't be out here dancing around the tip.
Hey, yo!
Stop playing games.
Prime. That's exactly what the Dallas Mavericks did late on a Saturday night.
Like, I talked to an executive tonight who said that he talked to Nico Harrison the past couple of days, and Nico was looking for a backup center. And
hey, before we get any further in this video, if you're not watching your videos on double speed, you are losing half your day. So watch the videos on double speed. Just imagine how much more content you can get. And make sure you keep this on loop in the background.
this comes out of left field within a day or two after that. I mean, the fact that all of us, the general manager of the Mavericks, yes, the fact that all of us were getting text messages and calls asking if our colleague Shams Charania was hacked when he tweeted this out, which, by the way, props to Shams, because this is going to be one of the all-time gets to have this trade. And
for all the people that's joining, I did this clip. It was a reaction to how the trade went down. I'll stop it right after the clip because it was part of the intro. Matter of fact, I got a shorter version of it.
You know, I've been thinking about it for the last hour or whatever. This is quite clearly the most shocking trade in the history of the league.
In the era of, getting hacked and deep fakes, like that was the thing. Like, people were like, is Shams okay? So Shams was definitely okay. Okay, so
Look, I understand it
McMahon
seems
literally
crazy,
wrote the
but
book.
people are going to look back on this and think that you are the dumbest man to ever walk the earth. Yeah, I resign, bro. Hey, we didn't need Anthony Davis. Good luck, man. Ask me, fellas. This is the one. All right, so who'd we get? We just got Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round pick. Oh my gosh, that's a haul. Yeah, how many picks did we trade? Here's the thing. We didn't trade any picks. You just pulled off the trade of the century, dude. Yeah, but what players did you give up? Maxi Kleba, Markieff Morris. Oh my gosh, we got a fleece. And Luka. You said what? You traded who? I know it sounds bad, but we had to get Anthony Davis.
Found out I wasn't on the stage the entire time. All right, so we got. All right, so that's in the intro. If you want to check it out, it's gonna be a long stream, and I appreciate you for tapping in to the Dallas Mavs tap-in show here at the Mavs Sphere, where we all bleed Mavs blue, and one person can't change the color of our blood, and I mean that.
And that's facts.
You're gonna learn today.
Wrote the book on Luka. It's coming out in a few months. The Wonder Book.
Well, I've got to figure some things out because the ending's a little bit different now.
Well, the story, Luka's story isn't over. It's just a phase of his career.
Luka Doncic, not even 6 months ago, entered the NBA season as the favorite to win the MVP award. And he has been traded before that trade deadline. That is just a wild thing to think about.
So it's natural because the NBA...
we got to talk about this. How do you feel about Luka Doncic not playing any games? I literally was behooved when they said he played 23 games. If I'm paying you and you only playing 23 games out of 80 plus, we got a huge problem.
Universe, circles around the Lakers so often to look at this from the Lakers perspective, but we're not right now. We will in a minute. This McMahon is about the Dallas Mavericks, and Luka is 25 years old. He's going to turn 26 in a few weeks, I think.
There's 26th in February.
He's been a first-team All-NBA player for the last 5 years. He won't make it this year because he's missed too many games, but first-team All-NBA player for 5 years. Carried the team into the finals last year.
I need you to drop it in the comments. Did Luka carry us last year, or did he come in out of nowhere? He was playing through injury.
Definitely has his, warts, but regarded as one of the top 3 players in the league. If we did the exercise of ranking the most desired players in the league, he would be in the top 5. You debate about where you would put Victor or whatever because of his age. He'd be in the top 5, probably the top 3, but whatever.
I mean, look, NBA ranked before the season started.
Y'all remember what happened when he was talking to them GMs that didn't draft him? Now we got smoke. It's crazy. Can you imagine Luka coming home and dropping a 50 piece? You gonna love it and hate it at the same time. Now, all the Mavericks fans that are following Luka, man, we'll be covering them too. We gonna be on everybody's case.
You're gonna learn today.
Hey, yo!
But yes.
Okay, 350. So, and no one has ever not signed the Supermax. He's already qualified for it. No one's ever not signed eligible. Well, he was eligible. But this trade's going to cost him tens of millions of dollars, by the way, because
the Mavs fleeced him. They traded him and they backdoored him.
Signed a 5-year, $300 million extension this summer.
Can't play with a man's ends.
So, and no one has ever not signed the Supermax. He's already qualified for it. No one's ever not signed it. So this wasn't the Mavericks. I mean,
I only mean to cut you. I don't mean to cut you off, but the only reason I want to say that isn't true is because the last guy in this position to get traded at this moment was Anthony Davis in 2019.
Yes, Anthony Davis had asked for a trade.
Well, I understand that. I'm just saying Anthony Davis had indicated he wasn't going to sign.
Going to play.
He wasn't going to stay in New Orleans. He's the only other guy, and the fact that they got traded for each other is just one other wrinkle to this whole thing. That's all.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, man. I don't think the Mavericks were concerned that Luka was not going to sign it.
Uh-oh, she about to pull up again, that chick. Y'all, I appreciate y'all for hanging in the stream. Just bear with me while this ad pop up. About to get the skip button.
I've obviously talked to some people with the Mavericks since this trade went down. They weren't certain, but their concern was the risk of signing him to that Supermax, of making a $350-ish million. million commitment. And this is basically the Mavericks saying they didn't believe that you could rely on Luka moving forward. This was I knew, and I talked a little bit about some of the frustrations within the organization about the conditioning. The quote unquote right wrist sprain. Again, he had a little wrist thing, but that was absolutely shutting him down so he could get in shape. He was playing in the high 260s this season. When he's in shape, he's 245 to 250. 255 is pretty normal. He was in the high 260s this season. They shut him down. He shed some weight.
Hold up, wait a minute. So you telling me they shut Luka Doncic down because his weight, and we're thinking he's injured?
Wait a minute.
I guess we are.
You're gonna learn today.
He had a really nice run like that. I mean, there was the game in San Francisco where he absolutely looked like MVP candidate Luka Doncic playing at that level. Then gets hurt again and again. When these calf injuries, number one, he strained his calf before training camp. There was a contusion. That's what they reported. There was also a strain. Okay, I'm telling you that as a fact. So this calf strain has happened 4 times, same calf in the last 3 years, twice this season. And the reaction within the Mavericks wasn't like, geez, man, bad luck. It was, just extreme frustration that this is the result of not caring or not, taking the actions that show you care about things like diet and conditioning and lifestyle. Now, I get the frustration.
But he's 25. He's not 29 or 32.
I know. I'm
Did the leaders and the organization give up on Luka Doncic? I said in the last video, pride cometh before the fall. Had Luka Doncic's ego got to a point where he was no longer thinking that he needed to improve because he was good or great? You tell me. Drop it in the comments. Let your voice be heard. This is a community.
I'm just telling you kind of what the thinking was there. I'm as shocked as anybody that they traded a 25-year-old who is clearly one of the best players in the world. But, again, Nico Harrison told me, this is a quote.
Yeah, read that quote, the quote he gave you on the record when people were still unsure if the trade was real.
Absolutely, yeah.
I believe that defense wins championships, and I believe that getting an all-defensive center and an all-NBA player with a defensive mindset gives us a better chance. We're built to win now and in the future.
Well, here's the thing. That's the basketball component of this trade from the Dallas part, right? Which I think is pretty fascinating and is an interesting thing to talk about. At the end of the day, though, we're starting with Dallas because Michael Lewis wrote this book called The Big Short on the financial crisis, right? This is the biggest short in the history of the NBA. The Dallas Mavericks are betting that Luka Doncic is not going to be the player that we all think he's going to be.
Well, and frankly, the player that he has been.
Right, exactly. Well, has been and going forward, right? Yeah. This is a bet that he is not going to be worth the Supermax. He's not going to be a guy who wins MVPs. He's not going to be a guy that wins championships.
More than anything, it's a bet that he's not going to be available that often.
That's right. It's a bet against Luka Doncic, and it's a bet on going bigger with Anthony Davis up front.
How y'all feel about that? That kind of hurt. I was like, hey, yo.
I beg your pardon.
Going defense first. It's a bet on Kyrie Irving, which
for sure.
I mean, we've talked a lot about.
I guess Kyrie will be asking for the max this summer.
He's got some leverage.
He certainly got leverage. I mean, the basketball fit in Dallas is super interesting.
All right, be honest. Are you gonna be happy that Kyrie might get paid? I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Kyrie Irving fan as well as a Dallas Maverick fan. I just love the way he plays the game. What he brings to the table and what he is able to do with the basketball. We're talking about Uncle Drew here. And if you ain't seen the movie, you better go check it out.
And that's facts.
Kyrie Irving is the mythical wizard on the court, getting into spaces and places nobody else can. My boy is simply, I made a joke talking to my wife. I said, Kyrie move his body like a cyclone. Get into the basket all night long.
You're gonna learn today.
Let's get back into it.
The reason this is so shocking is because guys like Luka Doncic at this stage of his career do not get traded. I will repeat that. These guys do not get traded ever in this situation.
No, like when James Harden got traded, he was a...
Especially like a thief in the night. They just threw my boy out with in his boxers and just throwing his clothes out the window. Like a, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to say the S word, like a orange woman. You know what I'm saying?
6th man of the year and the third star on that team. Perennial first-team All-NBA players who have...
Matter of fact, that's a good point. Do you think the Dallas Mavericks organization turned into a female and started acting femininely towards Luka Doncic and traded him away like a thief in the night over some petty stuff? Drop it in the comments. That's a good question.
To have yet to hit the prime, we've never seen something like this.
And Anthony Davis is the last player of this caliber to get traded at this stage of his career. And to your point, Brian,
But that was a contract.
No, well, Anthony Davis wanted to leave where he was at, right? And it asked, to your point, yes, he wasn't going to sign the Supermax, but that's because he and Rich Paul had made it crystal clear he didn't want to be in New Orleans. That is not what happened here. For all the frustrations that went on here, it's not like Luka Doncic said, get me out of Dallas.
No.
So the fact that the Mavericks have shorted him like this is why this is such a shocking trade, on top of all the other factors with the Lakers playing tonight, winning the game, all this other stuff floating around. That's where this comes down to. It's that Dallas said Luka Doncic isn't worth it.
Well, and I've had multiple people within the...
All right, if you have any information on if these boys gonna play tonight, or if you are a Laker supporter, I need to know what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and what are your expectations for Luka Doncic, because we have a list of expectations for AD, aka Mr. Goggles, the unibrow, the undefined eyebrow man.
Within the Mavericks used the term held hostage as how they felt about being, the entire franchise relying on Luka with this looming $350 million commitment coming this summer. And they felt like there wasn't a good solution there, because you either sign that extension and, live in fear, or you don't. And, he's not going to be around long term. Then you risk losing for nothing. Well, and go ahead.
Can I just say, and you guys, well, hold on real quick. You guys were there with me when this happened. When I ripped the hell out of Luka after game 3 of the finals last year, which, well, the reason I was so frustrated in the moment was that he basically torpedoed his team, and I'd seen him do it before on the international stage several times. And I showed up the next 2 days, and I got jeered by the fans.
Right.
Said all kinds of crazy bleep to me, chanted my name or whatever after Luka.
I gotta give me an NBA young boy drop. No smoke, no smoke. D-boy don't want it.
It was great in game 4. I heard nothing from the Mavericks.
No.
And from ownership through the front office to the coach, I was standing in the arena for 2 days on end. I wasn't dodging anybody. I went to the press conferences. I was in Luka's press conference. I was standing on the court. Nobody said anything to me.
Because everything you said were things that they had complained about repeatedly, were things they had.
Right, but that happens all the time. You say things all the time that you think are true, and agents and teams and they come to you and they defend their person.
Yeah. Now,
right?
having said all this, for all the flaws, he was.
This is a tap in section, interactive section right here, where I need to know: do y'all think Nico is getting the message? And did you hear about the funeral? It's a lot of stuff going on, especially in the Dallas Mavs community. But never fear. We have seen a lot of great players come and leave. But the pride and the fandom always stayed. You justified in your emotions right now. But it's just a matter of time before we see a glimpse of light. And you'll be back. All the Dallas Mavericks content creators, it's not about when you come, because we know you're going to come eventually. We're going to make the content until you're ready to tap back in. But just know, we'll be here. Shout out. TGK, Mavs Digest, the Mavs Pod, Kirk Henderson, We Talk Mavs. Who I'm forgetting? DDP, TMP. Matter of fact, go subscribe to TMP. My boy be doing hot fire, and I mean that.
And that's facts.
Let's get back to it.
Third in MVP voting last year. He's been first team All-NBA 5 straight years. As you said, if we're talking about the most talented players, the most valued players in the league, we ain't getting past one hand counting where Luka falls there. They felt like it was a massive risk going forward with him and making a Supermax commitment. To trade that type of talent is an astronomical risk.
I'm gonna mute this ad of. Yeah.
Well, we engineered a.
So we good. Drop your comments in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. How you feeling? Vibe check. And be respectful. Everybody is entitled to their own emotions. At the same time, I need y'all to realize you still got life to worry about. Don't let this affect you and get you down and not have you able to take care of your responsibilities in your house. This was a wake-up call for you to get your life in order. Man, ain't nothing like loving a game. And the owners of the organization that has a team don't love the fans. This will be a disconnection. Bro, what's going on with this app? I mean, this ad. Okay, let's pick up the vibe a little bit. We'll go here.
You're gonna learn today.
Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules, man.
If you would just get up and teach them instead of handing them a freaking packet, yo. There's kids in here who don't learn like that. They need to learn face to face.
Kawhi Leonard, Joel Embiid, and these guys that have been in and out of the lineup, and there's questions about their health and everything else, right? The reason teams always bet, and have in the past always bet on these guys.
Oh my God! He goes within an hour of the trade announcement.
And, you know, I mean, the league is looking for 6'5", 6'6", two-way wings who can shoot and guard people. And Max Christie is turning into that kind of player. He's on a 4-year, $32 million deal. He's 21 years old. Like, he's a very valuable piece. And I think, like, I can see from that standpoint why they went and did this. Now, again,
this is trying to build the best defense possible. And this is them saying, hey, we can't build a dominant defense with Luka.
And when you look at
it is absolutely punning.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
The player in franchise history out the door.
Oh, listen.
Did they just show shade and Luka Doncic?
I'm not trying to say that
Did they just? Where is my umbrella at? Stop playing games.
I'm just saying, that, like, all this, like, yeah, they could have auctioned him off in the summer, but this wasn't about.
Oh my God! They gonna auction my boy off like he's an idol? No, sir, we not having it. Ain't no flag on the play. You ain't about to auction nobody off. Y'all was already. Nico was meeting with Rob Pelinka at the coffee shop with the baby oils. Stop playing games. We know what happened in Cali.
Center for him now. I don't know.
Jackson Hayes.
I mean, hey, how does all, like you said, this isn't about, hey, let's maximize the, the twilight of argument.
Hey, listen, let's just be honest. They had to make room for Chris Wood. He's coming back soon. They had to clear it out.
Well, and I'm sure Luke was fired up to reunite with Christian Wood, but this is not about maximizing the twilight of this, all-time great who, by the way, had a 30-something point triple-double tonight. This is maybe even a step back from that, but it's about acquiring a guy who can be in that conversation among the greatest of the all-time greats.
Well, listen, during the game today, David Beneman, Dan Wikey, and I, Dan Wikey from the LA Times, obviously we all know McTen and myself, were sitting on press row, and we spent the vast majority of the game debating who the Lakers could get with their 2 first-round picks. Now, we all basically thought it was an academic exercise because who's out there to get with the first-round picks? And I said, I don't think anybody's out there to get with the first-round picks. It's going to make a difference. Obviously, none of us saw this coming. Makes it very amusing. But the undercurrent of the whole discussion was the Lakers were not good enough to win a title this year. They might have got a matchup and won a series. Maybe they could have won 2 series if everything broke right with this current group. For as well as they played, and JJ Redick has done a really good job. Max Christie has developed really well. They move on from the edge to Russell. They have Austin Reeves hand on the ball. Like, all these things are true. JJ's maximized AD. AD's having a great year, but they weren't good enough. So this is an obvious move for them to get Luka Doncic at 25, to have him to build around going forward. And now the question is, can they put a team around him over the next 5 to 7 years that's good enough to actually be a repeat championship contender? Because look, LeBron James has been in LA for 7 years. For the last 4 of those years, yeah, the Lakers made a conference finals, but they have repeatedly shot themselves in the foot. And despite having AD and LeBron, not had a team that was consistently good enough to be a true championship contender. So the question now is, they have Luka Doncic, but what can they put with them, and what's the team going to look like?
You guys know how I feel. Winning a championship means never saying you're sorry. So, like, I didn't like some of the terms of the AD deal, which is not even done paying off yet. I had to retire that because winning a championship means never saying you're sorry. So I stand on that, and I believe that. Having said that, 6+ years of AD and LeBron, AD in his prime, LeBron's still a high production. The Lakers, I wouldn't say they achieved the bare minimum, but they achieved the low end.
Yeah, they won 2 titles. They got a banner and a ribbon.
That's right. I was like, wait a minute, what? And I fell right into that trap. Good job. Okay, so that's one thing I'll say. Because that book is now being closed. The AD LeBron era. The second thing I'll say is, when AD went public last week with Shams saying basically, get me a center, putting Rob Pelinka on blast, it was further than he has gone before. LeBron does this annually. AD has.
Hold up, wait a minute. I didn't even think about that. I'm thinking about AD being strictly the center. I forgot this boy want to play power forward. Oh, snap. The Dallas Mavericks might have did something that went over our head. AD is a 4. We've been looking at it in the context as if he's a 5. He wants to play the 4. That means he can rock with Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively. Hold up, wait a minute. Then that slides PJ down to the 3. Then you got Luka Doncic on the Lakers, and you got Kyrie Irving, now the main point guard, and then the number 2. Ooh, who gonna be the number 2? Matter of fact, drop it in the comments. I need to know your thought. Give me your insight, your unfiltered reaction to everything I just said, because this is mind blowing. Hold on, let me find a drop for that. It might be the dagger, and we all
has not done this, unless my memory is flawed. He has not done this on the record in front of the camera saying, get me a center. Yeah. And I do think, had that not happened and the Lakers had a disappointing end of the season, which we all thought they had for the play-in, they were overachieving from that. I mean, we talked last week about how they were maybe overachieving a little bit. But whatever, if the Lakers didn't have a great finish to the season, I do think for the first time there could have been Anthony Davis getting a little agitated in the summer.
Hey, if you're just not coming in, go ahead and skip the video back a minute and listen to what I just said, because it was some stuff that nobody's really talking about. I mean, you're going to get it here in the Mavs sphere.
So the Lakers might have felt a little tremor or two, but certainly, and maybe that, just greased this a little bit, going, well, as you said, Bontemps, there isn't a trade for them to do that was going to get Anthony Davis excited, maybe. Maybe that played some factor into why the Lakers were like, let's absolutely.
No. What are you doing? The Lakers did this because of course they did.
No, I get that.
There's
but I'm
no
just saying
debating it. They took the call and said, yes, we'll do the trade.
No, I understand. But there was a little bit of a tremor with AD. So
I don't think that had anything to do with this. If that hadn't happened, they would have done the same thing. The thing that I think is interesting to watch now, as I'm thinking about this in real time over the next 5 days, is Austin Reeves doesn't really fit with the Lakers anymore. And if I am the Lakers this week, I personally, as I react to this in real time and think about it, I'm thinking long and hard about trading Austin Reeves today. Because Austin Reeves right now is owed $12.9 million this year and $13.9 million next year.
Hey, shout out to the locker room. Matter of fact, all the Mavs fans, the one-stop shop for all things Lakers. If you want to keep up and get some amazing content, one of the people who has inspired me to elevate my creativeness, and that might not even be a word, that's how creative I am.
Hey, yo! You're gonna learn today.
The whole video, skip back. Technical difficulties, family, but it's all love. Let's make sure we're in the right spot.
I understand why the Lakers are saying to the Mavericks, look, we are trading our franchise center. We already were looking for another center. Now we don't have a center. We have to hold back the 2031 pick.
And you
That's a
wasn't
fine
getting
negotiation.
Daniel Gafford or Derek
They
Lively.
didn't get
And I
both
mean
personnel picks
that.
the Lakers had to trade. They didn't get Austin Reeves, who's having.
Well, let me hold up on the Austin Reeves part, because they, within the financial position the Lakers were in, they couldn't necessarily get Austin Reeves in the construction of this deal. I actually think you can make an argument for the Lakers.
The channel that I was talking about was the Locker Room. The video had hit us with an ad, so I kind of lost train of thought. But it's the Locker Room. Go check out the Locker Room. Amazing, great content, straight hot fire. And I mean that. It have you chipping.
Because he can't sign the Supermax, but not to mention the tax difference between Texas and California. But Luka was in position to sign a 5-year, $300 million extension this summer.
About 345, but yes.
Okay, 350. So, and no one has ever not signed the Supermax. He's already qualified for it. No one's ever not signed.
His current group, for as well as they played, and JJ Redick has done a really good job. Max Christie has developed.
Was fired up to reunite with Christian Wood, but this is not about maximizing the twilight of this, all-time great who, by the way, had a 30-something point triple-double tonight. This is maybe even a step back from that, but it's about acquiring a guy who can be in that conversation among the greatest of the all-time greats.
Well, listen, during the game today, David Beneman, Dan Wojcicki from the LA Times, obviously we all know McTen, and myself, were sitting on press row, and we spent the vast majority of the game debating who the Lakers could get with their 2 first-round picks. Now, we all basically thought it was an academic.
Oh my God!
It's like an easy fit for the Lakers. Like, who's starting at center for him now?
Off yet? Before. LeBron does it. Excited, maybe.
Okay, so maybe they don't do anything with Austin Reeves. I don't have any reporting on this, to be clear. I'm not saying I know he's getting traded. I have no idea. But just thinking about it, if you have LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves, that's 3 guys who have the ball a lot, who aren't playing a lot of defense. And it's going to be hard to have a balanced team with all of them. And Austin Reeves' value is probably never going to be higher than it is.
Austin Reeves don't be playing defense, y'all. He be getting cooked.
And that's facts.
That's true, which is one of the reasons if I was Dallas, I would have gotten him because his value is high. But
I would rather have Christie, I think.
Boy, we don't want no Austin Reeves on this team. Stop playing games with us. We out here like, and I'm going to let it play twice.
I beg your pardon.
Rewind.
Draft picks, whether it's maybe some size inside, which they now don't
maybe
have.
somebody to play center.
I mean,
there isn't a trade for them to do that was going to get Anthony Davis excited. Maybe that played some factor into why the Lakers were like, let's absolutely.
No. What are you doing? The Lakers did this because, of course, they did.
No, I get that.
There's
but I'm
no
just saying
debating it. They took the call and said, yes, we'll do the trade.
No, I understand, but there was a little bit of a tremor.
It was at the coffee shop, the late night.
With AD. So
I don't think that had anything to do with this. If that hadn't happened, it would have done the same thing. The thing that I think is interesting to watch now, as I'm thinking about this in real time over the next 5 days, is Austin Reeves doesn't really fit with the Lakers anymore. And if I am the Lakers,
if you listen to the Locker Room, he on YouTube. I'm talking about fire intro, fire, hot fire. Boy, he'll have you rolling. Takes are amazing. So check out the Locker Room. He gonna be giving you some hot fire Luka content. And if he have a bad game, boy, he going in.
I beg your.
Hey, yo!
Lakers this week, I personally, as I react to this in real time and think about it, I'm thinking long and hard about trading Austin Reeves today. Because Austin Reeves right now is owed $12.9 million this year and $13.9 million next year. And then he's got a player option he ain't going to pick up the following year. And his trade value is probably never going to be higher than it is right now. And if you could turn him into some significant stuff, whether it's draft picks, whether it's maybe some size inside, which they now don't
maybe
have.
somebody to play center.
Hey, don't forget, it's a whole comment section down there. Drop them comments.
And that's facts. And that's facts.
I think that is a very interesting domino to watch over the next few days. Now, maybe they don't do anything with Austin Reeves. I don't have any reporting on this, to be clear. I'm not saying I know he's getting traded. I have no idea. But just thinking about it, if you have LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves, that's 3 guys who have the ball a lot, who aren't playing a lot of defense. And it's going to be hard to have a balanced team with all of them. And Austin Reeves' value is probably never going to be higher than it is on this contract for the next 18 months.
that's true, which is one of the reasons if I was Dallas, I would have gotten him because his value is high. But
I said, I would rather have Christie, I think.
I agree. And so, but let's get back to LeBron.
Wait a minute.
So why you say we need Austin? Stop playing. Why they be playing games with us, man? Hey, he gone.
I think that's until we hear from LeBron, that's as they said in Seinfeld, it's a pretty big matzo ball.
Yeah, it's a huge one. Now, having said that, LeBron has always been a massive fan of Luka.
Without question.
You know,
You got to get one of those on that.
in the book that's coming out that I hope I can figure out a way to add to the end is, begins with when LeBron and Luka played very early in Luka's rookie season, and they had a meeting at midcourt after the game, and the cameras caught it, and LeBron said,
Hey, family, drop a 1 in the comment section if the audio is coming through clear. You know, nobody's perfect. And, man, that mute button get your boy every time.
And that's facts. And that's facts.
said, "You a bad mother," and LeBron's talked about, hey, he tried to sign Luka as like to his shoe line.
Yeah, LeBron doesn't have. By the way, like LeBron, it's not like the Jordan brand where they have a bunch of guys. LeBron doesn't have like athletes on his label.
He wanted Luka to be the first.
Right. You know,
he's been a huge fan of Luka. How it works in tandem is going to be fascinating.
I'll never forget. I guess I can tell this story now. So during the 2023 finals, so the Denver finals, I got a call in the middle of game 2 from someone who would know that said that Kyrie, and this ended up getting reported. I think it was Shams actually at the time who was at the Athletic who reported it. But I got a call and said that Kyrie would really.
I see you, Ali. I see you, man. Hey, Spear. Hope you good, but bad time to be a Mavs fans. Man, don't worry about it. Because when you're here in the Mavs Spear, we all bleed Mavs blue. And we stay true to the game that we love. So you are entitled to your feelings, your emotions. But remember, you still got responsibilities. Don't get so torn away with this news from the people you love the most. It's bigger fish to fry. You'll get over it. Some faster than others. I got a lot of empathy, but I don't dwell in situations that I can't control. Now it's time to move forward. We Mavs fans. So that's where we gonna stay. Shout out to all the real ones.
Would really like LeBron to come to Dallas and play with him and Luka. And LeBron had an option in his contract, and forget about all the machinations of what would have to happen.
Right.
I mean, but Kyrie was a free agent, and LeBron was a free agent. Could be a free agent. It wasn't impossible. And so the game ended, and I walk into the arena, or into the bowl, I should say, and I run smack dab into Rich Paul. Now this is kind of rare, where you have a trade rumor, and then literally within 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you can speak to the face-to-face to the agent. I said, hey, listen, I just got this call, and I heard that Kyrie, let's just say it was somebody associated with Kyrie, wants to play with LeBron in Dallas. And Rich said,
Hold on. What?
Wait a minute.
LeBron would love to play with Kyrie in LA. Have him come to LA, and he'd love to play with Luka in LA someday. Let's get Luka to LA. And of course, it went nowhere. Kyrie re-signed. LeBron's been a Laker. But one of the reasons Kyrie did that, we did the reach out, was because of Luka being there. He saw that possibility. And that was the summer where the Lakers decided to re-sign their team instead of going after Kyrie.
Well, we engineered a fast, reliable Xfinity internet.
Isn't that the best part?
For Kyrie, and ended up tanking the last week of the regular season because things went so haywire.
Right. So there is some LeBron Luka. Kyrie doesn't try that move unless he knew that Luka would be a draw. So I definitely, but also there's the old 2 timelines thing. There's a 2 timelines thing here. So
well, there was already a 2 timeline thing though. Like LeBron after the game today, it feels like it was 500 years ago, but he openly called Anthony Davis their best player. Anthony Davis was 9 years younger than him. So, like, it's not like yes, Luka's 15 years younger than him, but, like, LeBron, like, it's not like the timeline lined up where this was going to work out for LeBron anyway.
Right, but the team was constructed. Like, the Lakers can look you square in the face. They can extend Luka this summer. They can't give him the Supermax, but they can extend him. Whether Luka wants to do that or not, we'll see, because he's got 2 years left. But assuming that he does extend with the Lakers, I mean, I see no reason why he wouldn't. The Lakers are going to have a runway where they're going to retrofit their team. And you say, Bontemps, about a Reeves trade. If there's a Reeves trade, or, they use the other pick.
Okay, I'm done listening to them. So we're gonna take a break from the reactions, and then we're gonna tap in and see. Or should I wait till the end? Keep y'all here. Matter of fact, we done been here for a good while. Let's go ahead and tap into this part of the show. Let me go ahead and get my next tab up, so we ready for the next reaction. Okay, that.
Next thing you know, it was 15.
Oh, that one came in dope. All right, family, this isn't just a show. It is where the journey begins, where every moment counts and legends are born. So buckle up, because we are about to take a ride you won't forget. Let's tap in, turn up, and transform this morning into something magical. Dallas, are you ready?
Freaking packet, yo. There's kids in here who don't learn like that. They need to learn face to face.
What is Anthony Davis' immediate impact? Let's start with defense. Davis elite, and I said elite. Shot blocking and rim protection vastly improves the Mavs defense. Next, we always say rebounds matter, so rebounding. His 10.7 rebounds per game average bolstered the team's rebounding, offering a lineup of flexibility. Not to mention, let's get on scoring. And then he's going to be playing with Kyrie, the magical Irving. I was trying to get the words out. It's so magical. I had trouble with it. Scoring 24.2 points per game, career averages. Davis adds a significant scoring and playmaking to a compelling player like Kyrie. I'm just, I'm saying, I'm giving you some time to marinate on that.
And that's facts.
Let's look at the team dynamics. His presence could enhance chemistry, particularly with Irving, fostering a new offensive strategy. I mean, that pick and roll gonna be fire.
You're gonna learn today.
Next, we'll pick this section up once we finish 2 more reactions. We got a total of maybe 4 reactions. Then we're gonna go to Instagram, and then we might tap in on X. It's gonna be a long stream, family. So long-term impact will be the next part of the show after we hit these reactions. Let's get it.
So I load again. Next thing you know, it was 15 straight posts. It was all Luka in the
Hey, how were you feeling when those posts were coming through? Were you like, this can't be real? I was so busy working on content to bring to y'all. I didn't find out until the next the next afternoon. Bruh, I be in the lab.
In the Laker jersey, AD, and I was like, we live, we on? Where were you?
That boy was like,
Where were you when the trade happened?
Ooh, that's a good one. How did you find out about the trade? That's a good question.
Me?
Yeah.
all right, that's the first question. How did you find out about the trade? Drop it in the comments.
Was at Gravitas at a Grammy
And where were
party,
you?
And I'm ordering a glass of Pinot.
I talked about the Grammy party in my last video. Make sure you check it out.
Okay. I see how you hold the
Yeah, like
hold the glass. Okay.
And My son had just dropped 39.
Okay, go back.
At the,
Where he dropped 39
Easy
at?
flex. Easy flex.
in the Clippers facility in the what is it, the Intuit Dome. They just played Brentwood. He played crazy, so I'm celebrating for him.
Okay.
So we go in, we're about to have a glass of wine, and I just looked at my phone and said, breaking news. And I went to show Jamil. He said, man, you playing. I said, go to the gram. You always got to check the gram.
Right away. You
As
got to
soon as
load your gram.
I load the gram, and it was just boom, 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 and then text message. That's how I found out.
You right? How you found out?
I was at the Mexican vendors market downtown LA. You all know I'm a real LA local. So I went to see my people, and they got all the vendors there: tacos, churros, burrito, everything. Like food truck, all Mexican food. And Mia and I were standing in line. I think she was getting churros. I got tacos, and I was like, wait, Luka to the Lakers. She was like, what? I was like, this ain't real.
What, you get like a notification on your phone?
No, somebody texted me.
Okay.
Luka to the Lakers, and this person is not a basketball person. I don't know him for basketball. So I'm like, the same thing like you just said. I went straight to Twitter. Shams. I know Woj, he retired. I went straight to Shams, and I was like, oh, this shit is real.
Right.
And that's when we found out, and everybody started calling and FaceTiming me. My boy Biscuit was the first one to hit me, like, bro, what is going on? I'm like, bro, I'm still in awe. I'm in shock as well. Shout out to my guy Biscuit.
Did he say biscuit? I'm over here like,
Wait a minute.
I beg your pardon?
You're gonna learn today.
And one of the greatest shooters ever. I like that.
Bob, how you found out?
So we were on our way to a 16-year-old birthday party.
Okay.
And me and Lisa in the car, and she's like, you see this? And I'm like,
did he have to say 16?
Hey, yo!
man, that is such AI. That is not real. We do what we always do. We fact check with Instagram and Twitter. So I go and I'm like, oh, and by chance, at the same time you texted me, he said, we need to post something now. I was like, yo, it seems so unreal because I'm like waiting to see, you know how you see some of those fake accounts that have like a different name, like
it might have something that you can't see, like an underscore or something.
Exactly.
So I'm like, yo, and mind you, I think I was in shock for like an hour, even after looking at it. Even though I confirmed it, double confirmed it, and triple confirmed it, I still couldn't believe it. I was like,
and I'm telling you, you will definitely.
What they talking about? Ain't trying to hear
I
that.
beg your pardon?
Why?
like on both sides, because at one point, remember that whole expression where Cuban says, "I will get divorced."
Yes.
Yeah.
Before I trade.
When Cuban was the
But
majority.
he sold,
he was the majority on.
He was a majority on.
Yeah, a lot of people don't remember that.
So the door shut, they was like,
Hey, do y'all remember when Kyrie got to the team and everybody swore that he was probably going to be traded due to the stuff that happened in Brooklyn? And it turns out the person they traded was Luka Doncic. The plot thickens. It was only just a few years ago where Kyrie Irving had went through the whole situation in Brooklyn for a video link or image that he shared. He received the whole wrath of the NBA Association and had a list of things he had to do. With the new owners coming in with their heritage, a lot of people believe that Kyrie was on the chopping block. But plot twist, it turned out to be Luka Doncic. Luka the Don D.
You're gonna learn today.
So I found out. I just got home. I was out all day with it was family day. I had actually went to a kids kindergarten game. Great game. In the kindergarten space. So, I've been out all night, tired, got back in Beverly Hills about 9 something. I'm in the crib and, I look at my phone and I got a text message from Ken. We talk all the time. And he sent me a screenshot And so I zoom into the screenshot. Like I'm thinking, we fellas, we send each other
Yeah.
stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Man, what he
I
sending
don't
me?
know what.
You know what I mean? So I zoom into the screenshot and
Whistle on the play. He be sending you screenshots. Hey, don't nobody. What y'all got going on? You zooming in? What you trying to see? Boy, hey, that's a strange relationship. You must have came from Biscuit.
Hey, I'm Sophie, and I'm one of
Sophie out here trying to mess up the show.
So y'all just got home. I was out all day with it was family day. I had actually went to a kids kindergarten game. Great game. In the kindergarten space. So, I've been out all night, tired, got back in Beverly Hills about 9 something. I'm in the crib and, I look at my phone and I got a text message from Ken. We talk all the time. And he sent me a screenshot. And so I zoom into the screenshot. Like I'm thinking, we fellas, we send each other stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Man, what he sending
I don't
me?
know what.
You know what I mean? So I zoom into the screenshot.
I beg your pardon.
What is this? And I see Luca to the Lakers and
I
AD
beg
to
your
Dallas. I'm
pardon?
like, AI. Yeah, this is an AI account, right?
Yeah.
So I don't say nothing. I go right to
100%.
social media, load my joint up. First person I see, famous Loso. Y'all see
Boy, have we come a long way. Just imagine, we used to have to wait until the TV gave us the information. Now it is readily available at the drop of a dime in your palm. Man, they say when the barbarian comes, the barbarian's already here.
And that's facts.
famous Loso.
Yeah, we follow
Famous Los. I
Shout
call
out to
Loso.
Los.
Famous
Yeah.
Los. Famous Los was doing his breakdown of the trade. He was going crazy. And I was like, hold on, let me go to somebody else.
Yeah.
So I load again. Next thing you know, it was 15 straight posts. Was all Luca in the Laker jersey, AD. And I was like, they sent him to the Lakers. Do you understand? To Dallas, I'm like, AI.
Yeah.
This is an AI account, right?
Yeah.
First, I was in shock. I think I was still in shock when I woke up this morning.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
we haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah.
Right? Not this and not at this level. Matter of fact, we probably never seen this, not at this
Nope,
level.
Not at this
Right.
level.
And so, but I was so happy for the league, dog, because I'm like, oh, we about to talk about the NBA.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, we about to all
For sure.
excited. now.
Everybody. Let's go.
I was like, Bob.
Hold up, wait a minute. Adam Silver, did you have a hand in this? In order to generate more eyes on the league since the ratings are dropping? Hey, this is getting deep. We reading between the lines. That's why you hearing the Mavs sphere. Y'all better.
The White Network. I'm looking on social media. I see KG and them drop something on their show. I'm like, well, hold on. The White Network got to drop something. Drop something now. It's 1 a.m. Miami. Call Dylan. Cut this video up, throw it out.
Yo, I'm in the car like this. Yo, Dylan, he's like, we about to drop something. Huh? I'm like, oh yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, we going back and forth. I'm trying to coordinate with him. I'm like, all right, these thinking this, these thinking that. And he's trying to send me back options. And I'm like this. Mind you, I'm going to a party. I'm supposed to be engaged. And everybody at the party on their phone. And we all just texting like this. Going back and forth. And I'm like, yo, you ready? When you want to post these? Like, right now.
Right now.
And I was like, yo, because usually, like the
Look, I understand it seems crazy, but people are going to look back on this and think that you are the dumbest man to ever walk the earth. Yeah, I resign, bro. Hey, we didn't need Anthony Davis. Good luck, man. Ask me, fellas. This is the one. All right, so who'd we get? We just got Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round pick. Oh my gosh, that's a haul. Yeah, how many picks did we trade? Here's the thing. We didn't trade any picks. You just pulled off the trade of the century, dude. Yeah, but what players did you give up? Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris. Oh my gosh, we got a fleece. And Luka. You said what? You traded who? I know it sounds bad, but we had to get Anthony Davis.
Found out I wasn't on the stage the entire time. All right, so we got LeBron James celebrate as Anthony Davis heads to the Dallas Mavericks in a shocking trade for Luka Doncic, the X Factor.
Max fans, your boy AD here.
What's up, it's Max.
With Max.
Yes,
And
sir.
man, we're excited to be a part of the organization, be a part of the team. We're gonna do something special with y'all, man.
We'll win a lot of games.
A lot of games. We're excited and we can't wait to get on the floor, support the team, and do what we do best.
Yes, sir. Go Mavs.
Go Mavs. Max fans, your boy AD here.
What's up, it's Max.
With Max.
Yes,
And
sir.
man, we're excited to be a part of the organization, be a part of the team. We're gonna do something special with y'all, man.
We'll win a lot of games.
A lot of games. We're excited and we can't wait to get on the floor, support the team, and do what we do best.
Yes, sir. Go Mavs.
Go Mavs. Max fans, your boy AD here.
What's up, it's Max.
With Max.
Yes,
And
sir.
man, we're excited to be a part of it.
All right, I appreciate y'all for allowing me to get that break. We are back.
The typical, it's typical to wait till like the next morning.
Yeah. Well, this was on a Saturday night.
Yeah, for sure.
They dropped this joint on a Saturday
While they were
night.
playing in the garden.
Just had
while
a
the
great
king,
game.
While the king was cooking in the garden.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Anytime they're not speaking fast, my ears recognize the fact that it needs to be sped up.
Are cooking with his son on the court.
Yeah, that was fire.
That's different.
Yes.
That's different.
So
I'm fired up about it. I'm fired up about it like you.
Well,
I think change is good. But when people get change, a lot of people are accustomed to things being leaked. They're accustomed to knowing ahead of time, and you don't get no surprises. Right. Well, guess what? It's going to be nothing but basketball talk all the way through All-Star. Everybody can't wait till Luka put his jersey on. But you know what I can't wait for? I can't wait to see AD. When the Mavericks next and one of my young big fellas, Derek Lively. Yes. And exactly. I'm like, oh, I say Dallas may run to the championship.
And that's a dynamic that a lot of Mavs fans weren't thinking about. We were thinking about the fact that AD was a center and forgot that he wanted to be a whole power forward. I was going to say he's a whole power forward. Nah, he wants to be a power forward. But I have nothing bad to say about Anthony Davis besides, well, I take that back. As far as his health, we'll look at his health management here in a minute. Make sure you stick around.
Yo, everybody said what? I said Kyrie, Klay Thompson, what's the name played great? PJ Washington played.
How y'all feeling about Klay? Vibes check. Drop your comments. How you feeling about Klay? And was he what we expected? What you expected? Is he doing enough?
Great. Quinn Grimes.
Quinn Grimes.
Quinn Grimes.
You throw AD.
Look at the time. Just because I play my whistle and this mother want to move. 6:56. Lag on the play. His name Quinn.
Both big fellas in there. Gafford worked out with his summer and D-Lock.
Wait, what did AT? Now you start going back. What did AT just say?
I get too big.
Now he got too big.
That can shot block and run and do their job.
What was that, Marty? He's like, give me 2 pieces.
Because he talked about JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard in that interview he just did, and that's basically they're very similar to those guys.
Hey, we might go to the championship, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. So make sure all the comments that you drop in right now, make sure you won't have to eat no words if we end up making a deep run or turning this around. I told y'all about how the Mavs spirit was formed. The dynasty, make sure you check that out. On the thumbnail, you got Rolando Blackman and Mark Aguirre coming out of the book because their spirit is in it. And that's what the Mavs need. They need the spirit from the 1980s of steadfast players and the veracity.
Not the same level, right? You know what I mean? But they're basically the same.
Derek Lively
He's on his way.
Bro,
they're younger. Them guys are younger, established at that time. When
for sure.
Obviously, it's Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
No one's at Dwight Howard level like that.
So the real question that came to me is,
what if the lottery was on your phone?
championship with this group. And I said 100%. Because guess who's coaching the team?
Jason Kidd.
Yeah,
Boy,
championship pedigree.
Come on, let's talk.
Kyrie Irving, Klay
Who
Thompson,
won the
Anthony
championship
Davis.
What was Jason Kidd last championship? We win with it.
He's on the bench.
Yep. With AD.
With AD. Okay. So now you start hitting all the relationships. You know Nico.
That boy, is he trying to give us a big three with Klay Thompson in it? Boy, sit down.
You're gonna learn today.
Nah, man. That big three is going to have to be either PJ or the center that's in the game. I don't know who else can get it. Unless we make another move. Now we need a 2-guard.
Nico relationship with Nike, right? You know that Kobe and that relationship that was built very early with Kobe and AD and Nico.
Yep.
So you see that relationship. Obviously, Kyrie and AD got a relationship. So you start seeing the relationships as well because, listen, trades is hard.
Yeah.
Families, kids, getting traded, whatever it is, it's crazy. So it's going to be hard, but these little things can make it a little easier.
Yeah.
And so I just want to this is my view, okay? So we all got our views on the trades.
And don't forget, AD, before the Garden, just so you know, he had a 40 and 20 ball in Charlotte. A
40 and 20? Matter of fact, this right.
I beg your 40 and 20 ball in Charlotte before they played in 50.
What are your expectations for Anthony Davis's first game? Are you expecting a game like the one they're talking about? Or are you expecting him to still be trying to get his feet wet? When you're on the court with a player like Kyrie Irving, you better eat. I don't care if it's your first game. No excuses. Put your money where your mouth is.
And that's facts.
In Philly, he got hurt third, fourth play in Philly, the stomach, right? He had 40, and him and Jaren Jackson and Victor are the three best centers to me in the league. Jaren Jackson,
no argument.
Anthony Davis, and Victor.
Right.
They're the best.
Can't
Two-way.
forget about Jokic.
I was gonna go.
No,
two-way
he's not
players.
even in that category.
Yeah. We know this.
Hey, why is his feet so close, y'all? Y'all see that? That boy got the Dorothy going on. He trying to tap them heels. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
You're gonna learn today.
Two-way. I'm talking about two-way players. You're right. Yeah. A lot of and you're really good one way.
But Jokic is in his own category.
But if you look at what AD has done, AD's hooped this season, dude.
AD is AD.
It's AD.
Like, we know we talking about.
And he hooped in Olympics. And then he
Hey, drip check, man. What y'all think of these kicks? They low-key kind of fire, but the White Sox really make it.
we trained before he went to the Olympics. So he was in great shape. You watch him kill the Olympics. You watch him start the season off going crazy. He's had a great year.
So I look at obviously I've been a player. I've been involved in my own leading of a team, traded in the team. I'm now on the other side of it as well, in the investor side of the league. So my mind goes into like, what does this mean overall? And so I started to calculate everything. I said, okay, all right, after my shot wore off a little bit.
Let me know if the sound on the video is a little bit better. It might have been a little loud for
So
y'all.
I said to myself, before all reports come out, I said, oh, this wasn't no players was involved in this decision. This was billionaire business.
Yes.
This was at the top. This was the last 12 to 15 years, the players have decided, right, what we want to do. This was the owners, the governors, the billionaires deciding what they want to do. So I looked at the business of the game. I said, okay, so the NBA.
Don't forget Adam Silver.
Who everyone talks about, the viewership in America is down. We talked about on this show, the NBA is an international game. The NFL, this is where they at.
Did I just say that earlier in the stream? That's why you need to be here in the Mavsphere.
And that's facts.
And I mean that.
You're gonna learn today.
We are here, but we international. So our viewership, our money, our stars in the game today are all international players for the most part. So now you look at it and you say, okay, one of the biggest international stars now is at 25 years old, is traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. The biggest market in the world for sports is the Lakers. And so I look at this and I say, okay, obviously Dallas, like we talked about, this is a win-now situation for Dallas, right? They came off of someone who we all was like, man, it's Luka Magic, he's a star. But how do you feel they want to win a championship? They didn't feel that at this time in his career that he can do that with a win-now team, right? They want a win-now mentality. And so I looked at it, I said, this is amazing from the standpoint of the business of the game. Luka is now, he was number 6 in jersey sales, right? Coming in Dallas. Luka now shoots number 1 in jersey sales with the Lakers. Now the international market, think about it, we just signed a new TV deal, a couple, 25 billion, let's just throw it out there. All right, $25 billion TV deal. So now international, you got the top international player in LA. So the viewership, the ticket sales, everybody, Europe, Spain, they all coming into LA. We know how this. So I'm looking at the business and I'm like, yo, hold up. This was an amazing business decision by billionaires to say, this is what I want for now, and this is what we need as a league. You get 10 years of Luka being the face of the Lakers, but you also get to put him with LeBron James, who, let's say he can play. Wait a minute. You get to put him with the guy who's been the face of the Lakers.
Who are you? Wait a minute.
Hey, we ain't trying to hear that. What about the fans? What about the fans? Y'all are out here making business decisions, sacrificing the fans that are watching the game just so you could get people from overseas? Man, it's crazy. This whole system that it sounds like is happening right now. And man, that's all I can say about it. I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way.
Who can show him how to be the face of the league, and also too, who can show him how to take care of himself the way he needs to take care of himself. That is the best example you can have. You put him with the Lakers, you put him with LeBron. Go learn, because we need you to be the face of this league, because this is a business, and this is a And so I looked at the business side. I was like, this is genius.
Hold up, wait a minute. There was a nugget dropped in there. Are they saying that just because he went to the Lakers, he'll be able to advance his career and get the MVP and all these other accolades, but they wouldn't give him to him in Dallas? Let me find out. It was because they wanted him in a different market. That's why he never got the traction that he needed in order for him to get that award as a Dallas Mavericks. That's deep.
That's what my mind went. I'm in business. I'm like, forget this. I know the emotions of the players and the trades and all this, but I'm like, just look at this in its entire, like, look at this overall and just see how the market has now shifted and changed. So where now you put the number, I don't know the numbers, but you put one of the top players international in the biggest market in the game, and now you put him with the biggest player in the game to not only play with him and set number 1 jersey sale, they're gonna do their thing, but also to you set them up, you set the league up.
It's like passing the torch.
do for the next 10 years, having a face in your top market. Oh,
and the thing is, we always know the Los Angeles Lakers don't get any player they want. You know, they have the budgets. You know, they have Los Angeles. So and now they got the players. So it's gonna be super interesting to see what guys once LeBron.
I'm surprised he listing all these things that the Lakers got, but he ain't say nothing about them parties. Yeah, them underground tunnels. What you trying to say? Y'all be partying in them tunnels? That's what in the city mean?
You know, flies off into retirement at some point. You know, what type of players they could get to play alongside with Luka. I'm excited because I believe what you just said. He's gonna learn from LeBron, and the number one thing was.
Hey, I would play my whistle drop, but it'd be jumping my video. So flag on the play. Does that boy got on flops? My boy got on some slides, man. Hey, note to self, anytime you leave the house, put on shoes because you never know what might happen. Because if something pop off and you got on flops, boy, you gonna be out here like,
Hey, yo! Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules.
you better learn them rules.
One thing with Luka, he's amazing. He's one of the best players. He can do anything. He needs to work on his body. He needs to work on staying in shape year round. And I think by being with LeBron and taking him under his wing, he's gonna understand how to work. And I think that's the biggest thing for him is learning how to work and keep your body in tip-top shape.
We all going. First of all, we all want to go to the game. Like always, everybody I talk to is like, what Laker game am I going to?
Right.
So we're talking about a league who wasn't getting the shine, right? The viewership is down. The conversation is up.
Yeah.
Viewership. And it's like the NBA. Like we were going through. Yeah, we got great players in our league, but we're going through a low, right? No changeover really in the faces of the game. Yep. It's been KD, it's been LeBron, it's been Steph. They're great, but the new generation needs somebody else.
Yeah.
Well,
they got it.
You just gave us one. You gave us one.
But now my question is, I need that was giving you on this next steps because I always feel like something's about to happen next, especially as a consumer. Do LeBron, but now just give up, not give up because do you think this is a championship team? The Lakers?
Right now? No.
Right, so now do LeBron. Wait.
This ain't about LeBron.
He had 33 last night. Yeah.
But the thing is now, like, are you putting? You're not building around anymore at this point.
Well, I think that was the play. You know, knowing that LeBron I think LeBron next year is going to be last year because he's on brand 23 years. That's on brand. So I think next year is going to be his last year. I think a lot of people understand that. So get the superstar down. Like when they give you 80 for Luka, what? Heck yeah, give me him now. 25 years old. He's going to be a star the next 10 years and the face of the league. So yeah, let's do that now. We'll figure out when the championship.
How you think that conversation went with Dallas? They said Dallas called him and was like, hey,
billionaire business.
We want AD, and they was like, nah, we'll give you Luka.
Let's stop playing games, man. This dude don't know. He don't know how it went down.
Shots fired! Shots fired! How you get that conversation win? Hey, we want AD, we can win now. No. We'll give you Luka. Okay.
I think the thing is what we gotta understand is, and a lot of people don't understand is, it's hard being the face of a league.
Right.
That's hard. There's a lot of responsibilities come with that. But you need to learn how to be. LeBron has been an amazing face of this game for a very long time. We're losing him soon.
Yeah.
So the NBA, us as fans of the league, we need our face, right? And the game just is what it is. It's international. Yeah. Where the top players, we can go down the list and knock them down. The top players are international players. So give us our face of the league, but you have to learn, Luka, how to be the face of the league. These are the things that come with it. Yeah. You have to be available. You gotta be on the court to be the face of the league. Yeah. So let me put you with somebody who's done it as good as anybody to show you how to be. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at what's gonna happen when we talk about Will LeBron legacy.
Do you think the Mavericks organization decided that they were making a move best for Luka because they were unable of getting him to where he should have been? And the Lakers said, we can get it done for you.
Our legacy is from leaving the game in a good place.
I wouldn't be surprised if another trade happens later on down the road and the Lakers end up helping the Mavs out get it done.
Put Luka in a good place for us. That'll lead the game in a real good place.
For sure.
It's a lot that he needs to learn about the game. Like on the offensive end, he's magical. Right. But there's so many other parts of the game that you have to master to be a champion and to be the face of the league. And so put him with the guy.
Running back to the finals last year because you got to go back to, he is a franchise guy. He just took the Mavericks
to the finals.
To the finals. And the West, go look at who he beat to get there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Look at who he beat to get there.
Didn't have a D team.
I thought for sure he learned a lot.
The Dallas Mavericks had other guys making plays as well. Luka Doncic went down. Maxi Kleber came in clutch against the Clippers. PJ Washington against OKC. Luka showed up against the Timberwolves, and we put him out early.
Through being in the championship game and losing, and playing to get beat by a Boston Celtics team that's nothing but dogs, and exposing him in certain levels of conditioning. The things we talk about, we can talk about it, but until you're exposed and you collect your own data about yourself, he has everything inside of him. And sometimes change is great because it allows you to become a new person. It allows you to take your experiences and bring it into the next element of your life. And so all of that experience for him in Dallas was preparing for this moment now. And so when I look back at what he's done and where he finished last year in the finals and getting smacked and still performing still. He set the stage for LA, baby.
What I really love about this is they didn't send him to OKC to get some draft picks or to get some of their young talented players. They didn't send him to the Jazz to get some draft picks. You know, a lot of trades, you send them so your future is taken care of. Dallas went right for now, right? And the Anthony Davis part is not going to be as sexy as the Luka part. We all know it's Hooper's. Incredible move to that organization, right? They've done a great job of taking care of their players. This is at 31 years old, you already got somebody in their prime. They star who's won. That was a perfect move for them. But they sent them to the Lakers. Do you understand that? Hey, we want to give you one of the greatest players in the game, LA. What? That is good business.
That's great. So here's the thing. I've been watching basketball for as long as I've been watching basketball. How the fuck do the Lakers always do that shit?
They're the Lakers.
Bro,
Hey, don't be cussing on my channel, Playboy. You need to get you one of these.
They're the Lakers, man. The Lakers. But only way it won't happen if it's Boston's involved. They won't do it.
They was looking at Boston like, first of all, ain't nobody messing with Boston right now, dog.
Yeah, nobody.
So they looking at Boston about, y'all about to run this, y'all about to run the table. Hold on, everybody get together.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's slow it down.
Slow this down, but let's get to the Lakers.
No, but they said, what they're saying is, and we'll find out more, the Mavericks called the Lakers. Right. So because the Lakers had something that they want. So if AD was not healthy and he was not playing at the level he's been playing at from Olympics through this season, he is a two-way player that is unstoppable. And he's 31. And AD been straight hooping. He had a 40-20 game just a couple of nights ago against Charlotte. And before that, he's kicking buddies, showing up his playing, and he's unguardable. But he's one of the best. And switch pick and roll. And you look at AD.
I'm trying to hear the scores from the other games. You just gave me one score. We're supposed to be able to do a context analysis.
I want to look at him from a defensive perspective.
I mean, he could be defensive player of the year every year.
For sure.
Type of player.
Let's get even deeper, D. Okay. Like we talk basketball. When you watch AD.
Hey, shout out We Talk Mavs. Talking about some We Talk basketball.
He plays 1 through 5 defensively. That means in any situation, late shot clock, 5 seconds or less.
Yeah, he's one of the most versatile players of the game that we've had in our game. It's like a Kevin Garnett type of versatility that AD has.
So let's look at them, right? So his intangibles. When you put a big with the two bigs the Mavericks have, that rim protect, run protect, and they rim run to dunk. When they were dominating the West, they were shooting over 50, like 60% running through the West last year, and those passes was there, but AD could space. So now you look at his defensive tactics. And J Kidd, to me, is his basketball IQ and the way he coaches players and the way he communicates defensively is going to be amazing for Anthony. Jason Kidd will help him where he's at in his career. Because look at what J Kidd did for other people when he was winning.
Well, look what J Kidd did for his own career.
Yeah, exactly.
How the end of his career went, right? As a smart player to understand how to still be really effective at the older age when they beat us in the championship. J Kidd was probably 37 years old, 30, somewhere around that age. So this was my mind went, D, right? So I went back to Nico Harris. Shout out to Nico. Shout out to Nico Harris. First of all, but what he did, and I was like, listen, if you're gonna be in that position, what I dislike is people getting these positions of power and they don't do nothing with them. Okay, so I looked at Nico and I said, that's being bold. Everybody can't be bold. No. Everybody's not in a position. But if you're in the position to be bold, to me, that's Pat Riley-ish. And so I go back to not the same level, but I go back to what Pat Riley did with us. Okay, we come off a very successful year. And then Pat Riley traded for Antoine Walker. We ended up getting Gary Payton. We got Jason Williams. We got James Posey. We did a 13-player trade. We just came off the Eastern Conference Finals, right? We coming back with our same team. We good. We got Shaq. We got Eddie Jones. UD, me. We good. Big trade in the summer that changed our team, and it was bold. I remember getting a call like, Pat, what are you doing? We one hurt rib away from going to the finals. Why are you doing? In my mind, I'm like, why are you doing this? You got to be bold. You got to see past what everybody else sees, and it's not a lot of people that will do that. And so, shout out to Nico for being bold and doing something like that because listen, they were on the cusp. They were good. You take that same team back to the finals against Boston again, what's gonna happen?
Same smackdown.
So he changed it up. Now you take this team in the finals versus Boston. What Boston gonna do?
Right. Because I don't see nobody over there guarding AD. No. I know, all due respect to Al Horford, he's a great player, but he can't do nothing with AD. No. They don't got nobody over there for AD. So this just changed the whole dynamic of this team.
Bro, and then you
Hardy.
look at the roster of Dallas. Kyrie.
I beg your pardon. Championship pedigree, man. Championship pedigree.
But they can guard.
Championship pedigree. Yeah, one of your two championship pedigree. Championship pedigree. They got only so much guard they need to do. First of all, send them to them dudes. First, send them down here.
All right, what are your thoughts? Drop it in the comments below. I think I'm gonna tap out on this video right here. Let me add that. Hey, yo! You know, just in case. Next, let's see. I got 2 more reactions that we can do. It's a little 7-minute clip, so it shouldn't take long.
Prize picks. Guys, some major trades. I mean, big time stuff going on here. And a little later in the week, we're going to be dropping a pod with Bob going over his biggest trades in NBA history. So you'll have to stay tuned and see if those make it into that podcast. But this is a real head scratcher for me. Bob, I'll start with you. Luka goes to the Lakers at the age of 25 as one of the premier players in the league. And
Shaking my head.
Davis goes back to Dallas. I'm flummoxed. Your thoughts?
The thing we can't get away from in this trade is the relationship between the respective general managers. And the fact that they are old. We don't know how close, quote unquote, they are, but they sure know each other very well, having both been associated with Kobe Bryant.
Anybody start talking about each other pretty well in Cali, my eyebrows go up. I start looking around.
During his Laker tenure. So from a Nico Harrison standpoint, I think our general feeling about Dallas is they should have extracted more, at least gotten that extra number one pick that LA still is holding on to. And we need I need, and I think most people want.
And they ain't got no guards. We won't.
A better, deeper explanation for being willing to give up Luka Doncic, other than the conditioning thing, which is curable. If he wants to cooperate. And now that's another topic we'll get into, is his new relationship with LeBron. But it is curious. It is we can't find a historical parallel of a star, when I even say superstar, that young being traded. We can talk about other major big people that were traded.
I thought it was sped up.
So, and it's, by the way, Anthony Davis isn't going to make them as good as he is. And we talk frequently about how good he is when he's out there. That's so. But this isn't going to propel them back into the finals. No. No. So it's curious for Dallas. I want a better reason for Dallas.
Okay, Bob, if you're not getting a reason, what does that generally mean? If you're not getting a real reason, it means they can't.
He feel like most fans right now, supporters.
And they don't think they can win with Luka at the highest level. And he set his own rules. I remember, I think you and I were there together a few years ago when Dallas came into Boston, and you and...
What I say earlier in the stream, pride cometh before the fall.
You're gonna learn today.
And we're talking to Carlisle after the game. And even Carlisle kind of intimated like, there's only so much I can do here, because from above, I can't coach him the way I want to coach him. I can't anymore. We got to treat these kids with kid gloves. And it's kind of like Joel Embiid when he came into the league and he came in hurt, and they have their own rules and they make their own rules. So then they think they can do whatever they want. They have the leverage. Obviously the conditioning was a factor, all that, but it's also about like how you act. I mean, remember, does anybody in a league in which almost every star player is bitching to the officials over and over and over? Is there anyone worse than Luka? Is there anyone harder to watch than Luka Doncic, who bitches every time when he doesn't guard a tree? He can't guard a tree. So to me, again, I think it was everything, guys. I think it was they just didn't feel like he was going to be the right guy, and I think it was they thought maybe they wouldn't have the leverage in a year that he would then demand a trade or try to get out or of his deal, whatever. And yeah, they should have explored other opportunities. It's bad business by Nico Harrison. Right?
Hey, in this three-team trade, they should have got somebody from the Utah Jazz.
But I don't.
In addition,
understand it. I wouldn't have done it. But my guess is they just felt like, hey, you know what? This guy is a pain in the ass, and I don't think we can win with him at the highest level. So let's get the best top 10 player we can in the league for him. And it's probably, if you look at it, he's probably we go through them all. Boston's not trading Tatum. Shea, Oklahoma City, they're not trading him. Then you got some old dudes, right? KD, you're not trading for. Joker, Denver's not trading him. So there's a couple. Giannis, maybe. Like that's the one I think that maybe you could have had a little bit of a fit there. But if you're Milwaukee, you want to pair Luka and Dame Lillard together? Probably not. So like it fit. But I understand what everybody, including Dallas fans, are saying right now, which is like, man, how do you do this trade for a 31-year-old Anthony Davis?
31-year-old guy who's it's the news when he's on the court for more than 3 weeks at a time, and this is the way it's been. I just looked over, the last. He's
been relatively healthy. He's actually been healthy-ish.
Yeah, and in 23-24, he played a career high 76.
Wait a minute.
I just need to know what's healthy-ish. Stop playing games.
6 games. Right. That the 3 years previous, he played in 36, 40, and 56 games, respectively. The 3 years previous. Now, Luka himself misses games. He hasn't played since whenever the hell now, And last year he did play in 70, but before that it was 65, 66, 66, 65, 66, and then 61 going back to 1920. Anyway, it's very interesting. So how much Dallas is going to get out of Anthony Davis is certainly, questionable. I'll say this. He wanted to play, we can start looking at the analysis here. He wanted to play with centers, and he's going to play with 2 of them.
For now.
Yeah. And the question...
For now.
whether he is better at 5 or at 4, if we still stick to those numbers in a world that's been changing in that regard, right? The numbers are less important and they're more. Positions are more elastic now, but he now suddenly he's got 2 young guys that can do stuff, and then particularly the defensive and Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively. So he's getting his wish in that for him. Anyway, yeah.
NBA History Channel is.
All right, let me stop sharing this real. Matter of fact, we'll set up the next video. I'll share that tab. But before we get into this, since he was talking about injury, let me give you a little bit of a long-term impact. I told you I'll be putting in work. What are we expecting, or what should we plan to see when it comes to leadership? Davis championship pedigree helps install a winning culture in Dallas. Do you agree with that statement? Next, health management. A setting might migrate past injury concerns critical for sustaining success. That means he can't be on the floor a lot. You know, sometimes the floor gets slippery. I'll be like, man, is it a slip and slide out there?
I beg your pardon?
Future assets. The trade includes a 2029 first-round pick, ensuring future roster flexibility. Got me out here trying to figure out who's going to be the top pick in 2029. He must be real good. He must be good. Now, when it comes to fan engagement, while controversial due to Doncic's trade, Davis' potential, I mean, he has the potential to excite fans. Now, what are the challenges of Anthony Davis? Injury risk. Davis' health is pivotal in his injury history, remains a concern. But how do the fans feel? The trade has mixed reactions with concerns about losing Luka Doncic and the unique talent. Chemistry, building a team with cohesion, key players like Irving will take time. But we hope they already have some chemistry established since they did play together in the Olympics.
And that's facts.
But let's talk about Kyrie Irving's role now, post-trade. He is the primary playmaker with Davis. In addition, Irving can focus more on orchestrating plays, leveraging his exceptional ball handling and passing skills. The off-ball scoring of Anthony Davis' presence inside allows Irving to operate more off the ball, enhancing his catch and shoot opportunities, particularly from the three-point range. Now, does this make them a dynamic duo? While Irving shares the offensive load with Anthony Davis' potential of creating one of the league's most dynamic duos, man, hey, that's a big two for real. The things that they bring to the table are different. So therefore, if one's getting off, he's causing the defense to rotate, then AD's going to be there like a thief in the night, like how the trade went down.
Hey, yo! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Excuse me. Just vibing real quick. I'm good. Leadership. We know Kyrie was the cool, calm, collective composure for the Mavericks. On and off the court with critical, integrating Davis into the team's culture and maintaining team morale amidst the significant changes. It's a lot of changes going on currently, and I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot more. But what does the defensive support look like? While not the strongest suit, Irving's defensive efforts could be less pressure with Davis anchoring the defense from the power forward position. We got to remember that boy's a power forward, and he was complaining about not getting a center. So his situation might be a lot better than what we expected. I know we're expecting to see him injured, but from the looks of it, it looks like he's ready to compete. Adaptability. Irving's versatility will be key to adapting to new strategies and maximizing both Davis' strength and ensuring the offensive flow remains unpredictable and potent. But what's the fan connection? Urban roles extend beyond the court, helping to re-engage post-Doncic trade by showcasing his commitment to team success and the community. And I mean that.
And that's facts.
His experience could be invaluable in guiding younger players like Jaden Hardy, Quentin Grimes, O-Max, and fostering growth within the team and involving rosters. And evolving the roster. My words getting a little Texas. You know, we talk with some slang. Had a little slang in our voice. Irvin's role has shifted to be a part of the balanced attack rather than a sole focal point, which might lead to more efficient and unpredictable Mavs offense. His ability to adapt to new dynamics will be critical for the team's success. All right. And then the next segment that we'll have after we tap into this video will be the Mavericks coaching strategy post Davis trade. So make sure you stick around. It's getting good.
Good morning. Y'all never see us here on a Sunday, but you know, when duty calls, we show up to work, man. We got Bishop out of the pulpit on the Sunday, man. Get y'all some breaking news, man.
Out the gate, man. We had to get to it today.
Come on, man. 5:20 in the morning. Emergency pod. We had to get together, man. I'm up here this morning with my brother Bishop, my brother T. Fellas, how y'all doing this morning, man?
Cool.
I'm good, bro. Chilling. Come on, man. We had a hell of a night last night, the Royal Rumble. We'll talk about that later. But listen, we thought that was a thing, man. We get home, you know what I'm saying? Everybody go about their separate ways. And Shams go crazy. Everybody thought, shout out to the Centel. Everybody thought that was the Centel report.
Yeah,
and
shout
I
out
thought
to
that
the
was
guys.
hilarious, man. They thought the Shams was, he got hacked. It was like, hey, send the video, but the load up became available. I don't believe it. And Shams go crazy. Everybody thought, shout out to the Centel. Everybody thought that was the Centel report.
Yeah,
and
shout
I
out
thought
to
that
the
was
guys.
hilarious, man. They thought the Shams was, he got hacked. It was like, hey, send the video, put the paper up. Now, this is a real deal. One of the craziest trades in NBA history took place early yesterday night. Well, this morning, excuse me. You got Luka Doncic going to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. Some other moving pieces as well, but that is the general consistency of that trade. Fellas, what are your thoughts about that?
Man, I like it on both sides. We'll keep it real.
Like it?
I think the Lakers won. You got a 25-year-old, damn near instant legend in the league. You had to do something because Brown on his way out. But then, shit, if AD can stay healthy, the Mavs will be all right. They'll be cool.
Big, how you feel?
When I first read it, I didn't like it. I was like, why would they trade Luka Doncic, perennial superstar, all-star every year, for our agent Anthony Davis, who we know has injury problems. He's been healthy the last couple of years, but for the most part, he's been
Y'all already know these boys talking slow. I ain't gonna double speed them. I'm a 1.75 that thing.
I'm like, I just don't like it. But when you read about it and see where they're going as a franchise, Dallas Mavericks, then it makes a little more sense.
beg
But
your pardon?
I still don't like it though.
Well, shit, let's just break it down from, you know what I'm saying, every perspective in the situation. You talked about that Luka, you know what I'm saying, trading a superstar. That rarely happens, especially in the midst of his prime. Now they're talking about his conditioning. They said him being 270. I mean, listen, man, we know he always been hefty, but 270 is crazy, but That rarely happens, especially in the midst of his prime. Now they're talking about his conditioning. They said him being 270. I mean, listen, man, we know he always been hefty, but 270 is crazy, but he's gonna play his way.
All right, we are back. Go ahead and drop the ones in the comments if you can hear me. StreamYard was acting up a little bit, but we got everything loaded back up and ready to go.
Back in the shape.
Yeah, he'll be all right, bro. I don't see what's wrong with it. Shit, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with it. The Lakers won, bro.
Man, that is crazy. I mean, I feel like it has to be something, bro, for them. Like you said, Nico, we'll talk about the gym for the Mavs. We're talking about it's going to be a treacherous offseason because did they want to pay him that $345?
I mean, you don't want to pay nobody that if you don't believe they're going to be around. Like, he don't believe he's going to be healthy or in shape to play or to perform at a high level. So where they want to be, they want to win a championship. And they think they had the pieces around him to do that. But Luka out of shape or whatever he is, seem like he can't get to the point where he need to be to lead the franchise. Like, obviously, we know he don't play defense. And it's a lot of stuff that lacks in his game defensively that helps win championships. And he gets picked on during the year. You know, trying to beat a Boston Celtics team last year, they was picking on him. Whoever he was guarding, they put him in a pick and roll, try to get the switch. So they was looking at that and looking like, man, we got Kyrie who's still playing at a high level. Then if you get us Anthony Davis, who's been playing great this year at a high level, maybe we'll find somebody, find a rhythm with them too, make a new duo. Maybe we can make a run at it.
Man, that's interesting that you said that because, and you talked about the show in the year. They were winning games without Luka.
Yeah.
Now the second stretch.
Hey, make sure you're listening to the video. Drop your comments and thoughts in the comment section below. I'll do a mailbag, and then all the comments that I get, I'll be able to bring them up in the next video. And then if I get on stream and then I see you in the chat, then just shoot a message in the chat and say I had left a comment in the last live stream, and then I'll pull you up, and then you could give context to what you said.
Stretch, you said was Paul's gonna be a little bit harder, but they look like a really good team. Anthony Davis just told them last week, "Hey, I've been telling y'all I'm a power forward, not a center," and they got two bigs that, man, him and Lively is dangerous, bro.
Yeah, he get a chance to play the 4 for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is what he thought, but shit, he there now. I don't know, man. I don't know. When I'm thinking about it sitting here more, I don't know. That trade just don't make sense to me.
I don't like it. Like, I love it, but I'm talking about like right now, the Lakers ain't worth a quarter.
Nothing.
You through. You're done. But for the future wise, bro, so far as a business standpoint, I get a 25-year-old young gun like that, bro.
Yeah, the Lakers won.
Bro, it's lit, bro.
The Lakers won.
Lit, bro.
And listen, they could be trash for the rest of the season, but just the fact that you got Luka and LeBron playing together is crazy.
No, they won, but I think it's a bigger play here. Like, now that it happened, obviously the Lakers know. Like,
hey, I'm gonna give you the play right here. All right. So it all started when the NBA ratings went down. People were not watching the game. People were tending to life due to inflation and the recent election. Not to mention Mark Cuban was riding with the losing side. Now, is it that Mark Cuban has bad juju on the Dallas Mavericks because he picked the wrong candidate to ride behind? I'm not saying there was a right one or a wrong one, but there was definitely one that won.
You're gonna learn today.
What's your thoughts? Drop it in the comments.
Like, our franchise is Luka hand now. Like, Brian, you done. You're on the way out. We gonna build around Luka, and he understand that. He 40 years old.
Man, how slow is he talking? He monotone.
That was gonna be the next question.
You gotta get animated for me, man.
Hey, yo!
I said animated.
Ask for a trade and go to Golden State and try to win with them boys.
Hey, he
Here we
better
go.
State, bro.
I thought that we went.
Ask for a trade and go to Golden State and try to win with them boys.
Hey, he better not go to Golden State, bro.
He want to play.
Bruh, I'll be careful with my drops. It'll skip the whole video.
Play with his dog.
Appreciate y'all patience for
G,
tapping
bro.
in.
Play with Draymond.
Would y'all rather see him back in Cleveland or see him in Golden State?
You can't trade nobody on Cleveland.
Yeah.
Do the Lakers do him a favor? And just let him rock? Like, let him go?
Yeah, just let him go. I think it makes more sense to go to Golden State because shit, everybody on their way out over there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to fuck up no chemistry over there in Cleveland. They got a good thing going. So just to have Brian over there for a year or two and blow that team up after y'all did all this to be successful is pointless.
That's crazy. Y'all been generous. I don't care about Cleveland. If I'm the Lakers, y'all want LeBron? Cool. Y'all gonna have to say something.
Nah, but Kenny,
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on us.
bro, he didn't kind of built that team up and got him rolling. You don't want to kind of throw it off.
I'm saying if I'm the Lakers, y'all didn't ruin y'all year, basically.
Facts.
Definitely.
Y'all was in with the 5th seed.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all about to drop tremendously because Luka ain't playing no time soon. Brian about to be a one-man band. Him and Austin Reeves.
Him and his son.
All right, Bronny about to get his shot.
Yeah.
So they probably gonna drop out of the playoff race probably fairly quickly. They one game up from being ninth. The Suns on their ass, or 3 games, whatever it is. Yeah, it's not going. Yeah, they're not getting Luka back no time.
But I tell these boys about cussing on my channel, they just be letting the words fly.
Hey, yo!
Oh, and be with Luka, because if he do, Luka gonna end up being like me and ET was talking. And he was like, if he get around Brian, Luka gonna end up being the best player in the world for the next 10 years, because he gonna learn how to work, learn how to train his body, learn how to eat right, and he gonna take the game to a different level. Because he gonna be around Brian. Brian, the best athlete ever. Look at him at 40.
Does Brian want to be a mentor though?
I mean, at this point, he ain't got no choice.
I'm saying with them, like I think Brian's still like, I want to hoop. I want to do what I want to do. Like Luka, cool. He hold it down.
That's what I'm saying. Do they let Brian leave? Lakers do Brian a favor and like, hey, wherever you want to go, we'll make it feasible for you. Like, we ain't gonna go crazy on the trade. We know we building around Luka. We gonna try to get some draft picks, assets like that, and some young players, and you can go to Golden State.
Trade Brian for Kuminga.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this.
I mean, that'd be the craziest trade in NBA history. LeBron James for Kuminga.
And y'all talking about letting him go to Cleveland for free. If they trade LeBron James for Jonathan Kuminga, bro, people are gonna put small his name
You
forever.
gotta let him go though. You do gotta let him go. If this is a blindside trade for him and that's real life, you gotta let Brian.
I was gonna ask
make
y'all the next
decisions.
question now. We on some 520 shit. Do y'all believe Brian didn't know about this trade?
I believe it.
Okay.
I don't know. Ever since Brian read them books.
Hey, I'm trying to hear it. Drop your comments in below. Did LeBron know about it? And be honest.
Bro, I don't know.
Yeah, because LeBron be lying to us sometimes.
I believe it.
But I genuinely don't think he knew about this one. And
I think he would have told AD.
Yeah, that's his man.
Yeah, I think they really rock out too.
Yeah.
And listen, Rob Pelinka just got job security for a lifetime. He put off finesse. Everybody was talking for his head. I got Luka Doncic. Y'all shut the fuck up for the next 4 years.
Man, a long time.
Yeah,
And they all with Clutch Sports, Bron, AD. So
I beg your pardon.
They play too much. Just dancing on our grave, ain't they?
You're gonna learn today.
somebody knew. Like,
yeah, bro, I don't.
Oh, they had to.
I'm saying, like, they would have said something to AD. Like, AD really didn't know. Like, Rich, Brian, they would have been like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder if that's the case, if it's true that we're going to go with the LeBron didn't know. Do he feel away, Rob, about this?
Hell yeah, bro.
He don't feel away.
He do, bro. I'm always the reason somebody get traded, bro. I am the front office, bro.
Niggas didn't call Brian.
Shit got to go through me, bro. And you trading my dog away. Not Austin Reeves, not my son. Trade my nigga away, bro.
Nah, he feel. But Brian is a basketball genius and savant. He know, like, oh, you got to trade that for Luka. You got to do
No, yeah, I ain't saying like he mad. I think he's just more, though, like he didn't know. Let me know what y'all doing, bro. So we can be on the same page.
That's a hell of a surprise I have, though.
Yeah, bro, it is, bro. Like, shit, we still hooping, man. Like, I don't want to see AD just go and not know. It's cool to get Luka, but Luka ain't valuable to me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also notable, they kept the pick in that trade. We talk about some of the other moving pieces that's going on, possibly with Jimmy Butler, things of that nature. The Lakers kept the pick in that situation, so they could possibly go get another big. I know they were looking at some of the, like Valanciunas, so they were looking at Boots and stuff like that. Man, there's some other options for the team to get decent this year.
They're trying to sneak in there and get Miles Turner.
Hey, yo!
Beat him fast.
LA lit, bro.
No,
You know how many
ASAP.
people about to come play in Los Angeles with Luka, bro? You know how crazy that's about to be?
Max Christie ended up going to Dallas too. Let's not forget him in the trade.
Oh, yeah,
Another
right.
pickup for Dallas. But let's not forget Jalen Hood Shafino got traded for.
He got traded to Utah.
What it was, 110,000?
Yeah.
See, Jeff.
Hey, what y'all know about Max Christie? If I say his name fast, I be calling that boy Max Crispy.
Be messy.
For a Cybertruck.
You got traded for 110 bands.
It's the equivalent of Boosie said. I put a lot of $50,000.
Nah, for sure in the soaking session on me.
He got traded for.
Get traded for a soaking session is crazy.
I swear to God, if I got traded and wasn't no picks, if I got traded and wasn't no picks or a player, you got me fucked up.
That's what I was gonna ask you. In this situation, it's not like disrespectful to Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis is a champion and he got traded for one of the best NBA players of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a situation people are like, all right, I can see why I got traded for him. You looking like, y'all traded me for this nigga?
No, I'm just saying if I'm Hush, you know.
Oh, well, shit.
You legit traded me for a night out of live.
Nah, for sure. On everything.
What's the shit semi-pro?
A championship seminar.
Y'all traded me for the washer and dryer?
Like, for real, bro. Like, he got traded for a good podcast setup.
Nah, facts.
You traded him for a podcast?
Nah, he got traded for Gil's Arena.
Yeah, he got traded for Gil's Arena.
Shit, Monday. He can't afford the rest of the week.
Man, that's fucked up. But I'm glad you get a chance to go.
Yeah, go get a chance to play,
He get a chance to play. He ain't never get a chance to play anywhere else. But it was just shocking when I read that report. I was like, we didn't get traded for nothing?
And that
Okay, so y'all gonna have to verify this. Philadelphia 76ers are trading Caleb Martin to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for Quentin Grimes and a second-round pick, Shams Charania. Hey, that's breaking news right here. You heard it here first in the Masper. Just posted 22 seconds ago. I'll read it again. Philadelphia 76ers are trading Caleb Martin to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for Quentin Grimes and a second-round pick. How y'all feel about Caleb Martin? I actually like Caleb. I said it earlier, since we got AD and we lost Luka Doncic, we had to replace it with a two-guard because you got Kyrie going to be running the one. I don't feel we have a legitimate number two or a shooting guard that can step in there and compete the way we need to compete. Caleb Martin is most likely going to come in starting. And he's got good size, able to play defense, and a legitimate three ball. That's too small. Let me zoom in. Okay. So let's get into the next segment of the show. Mavericks coaching strategy, post Anthony Davis trade. Defense first. Leverage Davis' defensive skills to build a stronger and more aggressive defense. That's one. The second thing it offers is lineup flexibility to utilize Davis' positional versatility for strategic advantages. I know, right? Next, we have balanced offense, sharing scoring responsibility to keep the defense guessing. It's no longer just all on Kyrie. Health management. This will give the ability for Kyrie and Davis to manage minutes. Therefore, we can keep them from aggravating past injuries. Fast breaks. It will be an emphasis on transitional play with Anthony Davis's speed. I'm gonna have to see that boy trot up the court, though. You heard me?
I beg.
What about player growth? Focus on development of the younger players along stars. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to teach Derek Lively a lot, especially on the center position. And he's claiming he's a power forward and he had to play the center. So I'm just grateful for the amount of knowledge that he can give Derek Lively. I know we're excited about him. We got to remember, people are wanting to leave the team, but we still have reasons to still stay around. What about culture and leadership? Davis' experience in all his championship mentality. And then we'll tap back into that. Get some music going. We're going to tap in, see what's going on at X, and then we'll probably check out IG. I'm trying to look at some comments, you know what I'm talking about? The Los Angeles Lakers made headlines by acquiring Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks, prompting reactions around the NBA. Knicks player Josh Hart expressed his surprise and admiration, likening the deal to highway robbery.
And that's facts.
Say that again. Orchestrated by the Lakers GM Rob Pelinka, Hart, who has found success with the Knicks after being traded from Portland, noted the irony of being, let's see here. Look at Doncic, man. The Dallas Mavericks are trading Quentin Grimes. Yeah. Let's see what you got 3 comments on here. I don't want to comment. This feels like the NFL offseason all over again. I'm very okay with this trade. Mavs still need a high-level ball handler. Nice pickup. Dang. Are dead to me. Oh. Let me get this right. The Dallas Mavericks are to me. I don't care if a canyon opens up and consumes the entire franchise.
Your party?
Come on, y'all. We got to remember, man. We're going to get to a point where you might have to eat some of these things that we saying. So take everything with a grain of salt. Is the glass half full or half empty? How do you see it? Matter of fact, get my popcorn out. Get comfortable, y'all. Caleb Martin has been traded or is in the process of being traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Quentin Grimes and a 2nd-round pick. How you feel about the trade? Drop it in the comments. Just came out about like a minute ago. We first announced it 22 seconds after it was posted. And if you don't know, Caleb Martin was on that Miami Heat team that made that push. Hey, this popcorn fire. I popped it myself, aka the popcorn master.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Is you talking in this video? Oh, snap. Let's tap in. Let me read the caption first. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. There were talks about the Mavs. There were talks that the Mavs were concerned you wouldn't sign a Supermax extension. Did you or anyone on your team indicate that you wouldn't sign it? Absolutely not. Easy answer.
There's a chance you might not agree to the Supermax extension. Did you or anyone on your inner circle indicate that would be the case? Absolutely not. There's a chance you might not agree to the Supermax extension. Did you or anyone on your inner circle indicate that?
I beg your pardon.
Absolutely not. Why Luka don't look like he 278 pounds in this video?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
There's a chance you might not agree to the Supermax extension. Did anyone?
Oh, let me see. Was there any comments on that? The fleece. The Dallas Mavericks is a toxic organization of ungrateful backstabbers. Yeah, no more cheering for them. They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. Backstabbers.
Gonna learn today.
No comments on her. Grimes is literally better than Sam Presti. Please call the Dallas Mavericks. They are giving stuff away for free.
Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules.
Literally, Nico over here like,
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
hey man, y'all gotta go to some of these some of these posts and write some comments so I could talk about them. You know what I mean?
And that's facts.
The Dallas Mavericks downfall happening in front of our own eyes. Uh-oh, we got a lot of comments. The biggest Mavs trade of the year. Dallas is winning the championship. Is that how you feel? The internet is undefeated. Nico out here out of control. Knicks, Kyrie Irving, and Lively for Jimmy Butler.
You're fired.
Facts. Are the Mavs back? Let's go. Caleb's a hooper. And that's facts. Hey, if I see your post and I like it, I'm going to retweet your stuff. Remember this, man. If I see your post, I like it, I'm going to repost it. Or your comment. Grimes was nice as AF. Man, I was just talking about Grimes at the beginning of the stream, but it was an expiring contract anyway. He was leaving for more money as soon as possible. He was out here hooping. Honestly, a great move by the Mavs. Didn't have to give up a crazy amount for Martin. That's a solid deal. Well, I mean, it's only solid if you didn't get fleeced right before. You all right?
And that's facts.
Out here fleecing us, man. Only thing I can do is just sit back and eat popcorn and enjoy the show.
Gonna learn today.
But the Lakers couldn't get Grimes. Bro, I'm done. Nah, we didn't give me y'all Grimes. I really reposted, but I have to write a statement. I ain't trying to do all that. Let me see if I can, because this look a little small. Bear with me, y'all. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I hate they gave up a pick. They could have traded for him straight up instead. A second round pick for 2025. They are in win now mode. They don't need to take any extra salaries or develop new players right now. They just want money to be extendable for contracts. The Sixers add a piece who can help them this year. and get it off the contract with Martin, this is a move that will help them try to keep Yabu. I don't know who's that. Yeah, it works out amazing for both teams. Caleb is more of an offensive player and will be looking for a long-term fit. Grimes will be signing with the max offer he gets. So we trying to win now, but trade Grimes because his contract is expiring. They couldn't extend him. WTF? What kind of logic is this? He'll be a RFA this summer. Can the Dallas Mavericks just go ahead and Nico Harrison already? Are the Mavs going to the NBA Finals? Well, I don't. Let's see what's on there. Clearly pressed the wrong button. User error. Nobody's perfect, family. I didn't know. Let's see what's going on IG. Refresh. All right, we will be tapping into Instagram to see what's going on. And all I get is pictures. Okay. The Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first round pick. Sources tell ESPN. Somebody tell me this is fake. Man, if I pause, it's because I'm liking the comment. This should be. Let me do this. The Mavs are going to regret this. Crazy how Bron got prime Luka. And Kobe wasn't even allowed to get Chris Paul. I'm going to miss AD for real. And Lakers still need a center. So we're still trading for Vooch. Did AD want out? This is the biggest trade in any sports history ever. Explain the WWE terms.
I beg your pardon.
Let's see what else they got on here. Seth Curry has reached a deal with the Dallas Mavericks. We getting step back ourselves. We got a hooper. Get your popcorn now, y'all. The Mavs be doing people wrong on the regular, man. How many times Seth them in on this team? They trade them every chance they can get. Catch and shoot. The same play. All right, let's see what they're talking about in the comments. Shaking my head. Lakers, man. Daniels, man, shaking my head. I thought the Mavericks didn't want him, and the last time they had him, and that's why they went to the Blazers. That's why he went to the Blazers. Man, Lakers ain't made not one. Man, Lakers ain't made not one move besides AD shaking my head. LOL. Got me weak shooters. Should have stayed. Sucks we lost him in Portland, but wow. We just got Whiteside and Dump Leonard. LFG. Great move by the Mavs. So they say. The White Powell staying. Mark Cuban says the plan to extend Powell and keep him for another 3 years. That boy Powell is a hot commodity. Oh, I'm pretty sure y'all want to see these comments. Powell gonna be in that big three while y'all playing. Dwight absolutely deserved it this season. I couldn't even get it out of my mouth.
Gonna learn today.
For what? He's garbage. It's okay to take a pay cut. Need him. I like JJ, Hardaway, Jackson, Dodo, Maxey, and Powell as the bench. He worked hard. He deserves it. The White is a workhorse. I like me good 2-3 minutes of the White Powell minutes. All right, let's do the last segment of the show. Let's do this. All right, so the last part of the show will be what will the defensive schemes look like with Davis? Drop coverage, anchoring the paint, deterring drives, switching, covering multiple positions to avoid mismatches. We'll be able to run a zone, use mobility far around the whole court, help defense, act as a rim protector, weak side, protect the opposite side of the ball, full court, leverage speed for pressure. Matchup, guard key opponents, box and one, focus on the perimeter threats with Davis in the paint. Man, it's a lot of different options. He wants to play on offense as a 4, but as a 5. He wants to play on defense as a 5, but then he want to play a 4 on offense. All I can do is eat some popcorn on that.
And that's facts.
And I mean that. All right, family, that does it for this episode of the Dallas Mavs Tap-In Show. Make sure you Drop your comments below. All thoughts are welcome. Join the conversation and let your voice be heard. And if this is your first time here and you stuck around this far in the video, I appreciate you working on these watch time hours so I can continue to bring this fire content at a rate. Right now, I'm doing it out the mud and off the muscle.
You're gonna learn today.
But despite that, the power of your support continues to drive me to continue to move forward. Without the MFL Nation, MFFL Nation, where will we all be? So I'll leave you with the intro video on the outro. I told y'all Klay Thompson was almost in my thumbnail.
And that's facts.
And I mean that. Until next time, make sure you tap in so you could be back in. But before you go, I'm going to share my screen one more time. Check out the video with that thumbnail. High fire. Story of the Mavs spirit.
Like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules, man.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on us.
I'm good. I'm good.
Go! Boom. Roasted.
Is this the dagger?
Get up and teach them instead of handing them a freaking packet, yo. There's kids in here who don't learn like that. They need to learn face to face.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
You're gonna learn today.
You're fired.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on us. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. You're gonna learn today.
I ain't worried about him at all. I ain't worried about him at all.
Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules, man. We're lost.
No.
Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. Stop acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules, man. We're lost.
No.